Video here and kind of just like about why I decided to take a step back from all social media platforms. Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to a new vlog. Today I am gonna bring you along on my day. Actually today's Monday. Let me tell you that today's Monday. I usually will take my Monday as a Sunday and I kind of reset for the week. I do it whenever everyone's at school and at work. But today, my husband's home. He's actually in bed sleeping. He doesn't feel well. So I feel like my day's been a little thrown off. Not in a bad way necessarily, but if you know, you know. So I am going to kind of switch it up a little bit. I actually want to run to the thrift store today. Just kind of tackle some different things. Of course, I'll get some cleaning done. I'll share that as well. Just like, I don't know, whatever happens, I'm just gonna go with the flow because today feels like that type of day. So I hope you guys enjoy. I hope it's motivating in some way. Good morning, friends. Good morning. Hi. Okay, hold on. Good morning. Everybody else is asleep. Him is up. Come on. Oh, what a stretch. First thing I do every single morning is open my blinds. I cannot get my day started without doing this. I feel like it just instantly makes the house feel so much like calmer, peaceful, brings the outside in, and it also makes it feel bigger in here too. So I don't know, I just love it, and I would not start my day any other way.
Stumbling out of bed, and I still got you in my head from all those pretty words you said. It's like I'm wasted. Every time I see your face, I'm losing track of time and space. I don't know where I am. It's like I'm wasted, and I won't waste it. And I promise that I will stand by you forever.
I know a lot of you have been waiting for an update on my mom's bedroom makeover, and I will definitely be sharing pretty soon. She's been working on gathering things, so as soon as she gets enough, I'll go over there and I'll help her kind of style the space and get it finished up. But we did end up installing a water filter system over there, so I do want to share a little bit about that with you guys. A huge thank you to iSpring for sponsoring today's video. Y'all know I'm all about creating a space that feels comfortable, not just for looks, but also for our health, and that even includes our water. Today, we are installing the iSpring WGB 31B Series Whole House Water Filtration System here at my grandma's. Now, the big question is, why did we decide to install a water filtration system in the first place? And the simple answer to that is because my grandma needed some cleaner water for her home. The water here has a very strong chlorine smell and taste, and they wanted something that was not only going to be safer to drink, bathe in, cook with, but also something that's going to protect their plumbing from scale buildup. And as a homeowner, this is very important. But to be honest, the main benefit is the taste and the smell of the water. They're going to get so much more peace of mind moving forward. Now, inside the box, you're going to get the full filtration unit, the filter cartridges, the mounting bracket, installation hardware, and clear instructions. Everything is organized and ready for assembly. Now, keep in mind you will have to grab a couple plumbing parts to connect to your home specifically, but everything else is provided, and it's not hard at all. It's actually pretty easy, and there are some installation videos that you can follow along with if you are not sure what to do. Everything is labeled great, so you know exactly where the 3 filter cartridges go, and you just simply put all the cartridges into the housing unit, connect to your main line, and once it's installed, it is going to integrate into the entire house, meaning every faucet, shower, and appliance is going to benefit from this filtered water. But here's what makes this system stand out to me specifically. Number 1 is affordability, the ease of installation, and it offers a 3-stage filter. It's going to help with scale and corrosion, it's going to help with heavy metals and chemical filtration, definitely improves the taste and odor of the water, and it's still going to allow you to have a high flow, long-lasting performance, and it also is compact, so great for smaller spaces. And I can't forget the ease of maintenance. It has a built-in pressure release button, making filter changes quick and hassle-free. Now, please note that this is not a water softener system, so it has no effect on the water's hardness, however, does provide protection against scale buildup and corrosion. And I can assure you, after turning the water back
back on, you can immediately notice the difference. There's no strong chlorine smell anymore. The water tastes cleaner and fresher. And this is such a small upgrade that makes a huge difference in daily life. If you're looking for a whole house water filter system that's affordable and easy to install, that's not only going to help your plumbing and appliances perform better and longer, but also offer great tasting, healthier water, the iSpring WGB 31B series will be great for you. It will be linked in my description box and in the comments below. Now, I don't want to forget to add that they do have the iSpring electric ball valve with the wireless leak sensor. This is a perfect addition that can help protect your home from major water damage. It has smart leak detection with an automatic shutoff, meaning that if a leak is detected, it can actually stop the water flow at the source in about 20 seconds. And if you know, water comes out pretty quick, so that can prevent thousands of dollars in repairs. And it also includes both the wired and wireless sensor, so you can monitor high-risk areas like under the sink, behind the washer, near your water heater. Installation is very simple with standard fittings and no complicated setup. If you're going to install a new iSpring water filter system indoors, like a garage, basement, utility room, you can go ahead and add this right in whenever you do the plumbing. That way it's already done, it's there, it's going to give you all that extra protection. And you can also connect up to 8 wireless sensors throughout your home. So this is just such a smart, proactive way to protect all your appliances, floors, cabinets, and honestly, just give yourself some peace of mind. I was thinking this would be perfect if you have like a rental home or vacation property, or heck, if you are a little concerned about some of the plumbing you have going on in your house. This is great, and these sensors worked so quick. I did demonstrate both of those for you guys. If you want to check them out, I will have all the links down below. Thank you so much again, iSpring, for sponsoring today's video, and let's get back into the vlog. I'm out here in the office getting some work done. I actually was looking over my bank statement because I was just trying to see like a breakdown of like what we spent. Why am I not thinking straight? I'm still tired. I gotta finish my coffee. And I came across this financial manager on my thing, and I didn't know I had this. So I always use Rocket Money, which is great. I love Rocket Money, but I didn't know that you had a financial manager on your actual bank statement too, online. I don't ever get on my computer to look at my bank statements. I always use the mobile app, and the mobile app is just not that easy to like navigate, in my opinion. I think it's they need to do better. But anyway, I did a little breakdown, and it shows that we only spent $932 on groceries this month. Or last month. I'm so excited about that. That proves that me shopping every couple days for groceries has been working to save us money. So I was kind of curious to see at the end of the month, like what was the breakdown of everything. Because like there's times where like I'll shop for like, I don't know, 2 to 3 days for dinners. And then I turn around and then I'll go back to the store for like to grab an ingredient or something. And I might spend a little extra, but overall, over the past month, it's actually saved us almost $600 doing this because I was spending $1,600 a month on groceries, if not more than that. Now, granted, we did eat out quite a bit this month, which I did not include that in the grocery cost. Obviously, that's kind of more so personal expenses is how I look at that. So we need to, if we can cut back on that, then I'll get a better idea of if this is actually helping, which I think it is, but I'm just saying. Anyway, I mentioned that because a couple days ago I did talk about how I've been shopping every couple of days instead, and some of you were like, yes, I do this too, and it does help us as well, and I was kind of surprised to see how many people do that. So let me know in the comments below. Do you shop weekly, or do you shop every couple of days? Do you shop monthly? I feel like it just depends on your situation. If you have stores near you, it's easier to shop every couple of days. In my case, that's, how it is, but actually, when we lived in Georgia, we lived about 25 minutes one way from the grocery store. And 25 minutes doesn't seem that long, but when you have little kids, that's a long drive to go to the grocery store. So I would buy in bulk as much as I could, or I would shop at the Dollar General that was in the town I lived in. Because they had like it's called a Dollar General market. I don't feel like they're everywhere in the world, but at one point they got a Dollar General market in our little town, and then they eventually changed it to a mini Walmart, which was super cool. And then they ended up getting rid of the Walmart and going back to the Dollar General, and now they actually got rid of the market side of it. I'm rambling, but the point is, I used to shop there a lot for our groceries because going all the way to Walmart was a hassle when we lived out in the middle of nowhere. which I would love to do that again. I'm getting in that mood of like obviously I love my house. Like, it's no secret. I love my house. We worked really hard on it. I don't want to leave. But there's times in my life where I get this like urge to just pack up and haul butt. I'm not going to, but I want to sometimes. I would be lying if I said I didn't. Like, I just crave distance. Why am I like this? And I'm going to drink my coffee before I say too much. I'm off to go thrifting. It's been a while. I haven't been thrifting in quite some time, so I'm really excited. When I get this urge, just kind of randomly, those are the best days usually. So fingers crossed we find some good things. I'm actually going to head to the Lighthouse Ministries first. It's one of my favorite thrift stores in the area that is constantly bringing out new stuff from the back. So you're kind of guaranteed to find some good stuff. And I just have a good feeling about today. So let's go see what we can find. Okay, I'm here I have 5 minutes. I got here 10 minutes early. I have 5 more minutes to go. And y'all, I think the nervousness is setting in. And I don't know why I get kind of nervous when I go places. Not always. And it's not the type of nervous it's your belly upset type of nervous. Every single time I leave the house. Yeah, I feel a lot of women can relate to this. Can't go for a whole week, but then leave the house and immediately have to go. What the hell is happening to me? It's I get but I've always been like that, funny story, whenever we were kids. So my brother, my sister-in-law, and then me, we always rode together to high school. And in the morning, I would be my stomach's upset. I can't go. I'm can you just take me back home? So we'd be going over the speed humps in the parking lot of high school. And I'd be I can't do it. I gotta go to the bathroom so bad. Take me home. And then I would skip school. True story. Yeah. But that's how I feel right now. I feel I'm back in high school getting the nervous, bubbly belly. And everyone's piling up by the door. It's too cold. I'm just gonna you know what? If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If someone grabs something first and it's a good thing, I'm not gonna be mad at them, I swear. Probably a little bit. But not enough to be angry. I'm dang, I should have stood outside in the cold too. This lady's ready to buy some stuff, I can tell. I am too, but I don't want to spend money on stuff I don't need. So I'm trying to keep that in mind. If it's not gonna benefit me or my family or help with my business, then I don't need it. How about my dumb butt about just past the street? I was driving, and all of a sudden I was oh, brake. And I didn't want the end table that I just bought to slide, so I was trying to slam on brakes. The guy behind me was what are you doing? I'm trying to come thrifting, sir.
Skin likes your skin. Your scent draws me in.
Okay, I found some good stuff. I got 2 shirts, a frame, don't tell Dylan, and a lamp. So I got some good stuff. I'm really excited, but this is crazy. So how about I get to the register and she cashes me out and it's exactly $35. And guess how much it was at the previous thrift store? Exactly $35. I'm sorry, but what are the chances? That's really odd. So it was meant to be. It's meant to be. And I'm glad I actually tried on the shirts because a lot of them did not fit right, or I just did not like the way they looked. And sometimes I'm really bad about buying stuff and just hoping it's gonna work. Not doing that because we're trying to be careful about our spending, but I'm really excited about the tops that I got. I think they're really cute. Okay, I'm gonna show you what I ended up grabbing. So first thing was this lamp. Now, lamps like this with the wicker base are so expensive right now. Insane. I got this one for $8, $7.18 to be exact. I really love it. I love the shape of it. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it this color or not, but I think it's kind of fun. And I'm actually going to use this out in the office. It's going to kind of go with the girly vibe I have going on. So yeah, I like it. I just got to find a lampshade for it, and look, it even came with the topper. I grabbed that, and then I had a thing for that color. Look at this. So I don't know, it's for some reason sometimes when I'm shopping I tend to like stain a color palette, not even on purpose, but I ended up finding this blouse, and I did try it on in store. If I didn't already share the footage, I'll share with you again. But I got this one. It's very lightweight and silky, still long sleeve, perfect for like the transition into spring. And I actually, when I tried this on, I tied it in the front, and it's so cute. I think it'd be adorable with a pair of like denim blue cutoff shorts. And then I also grabbed this top, and I'm actually shocked at how much I love this on. At first I was like, okay, someone's gonna think that I took grandma's tablecloth and put it into a shirt, but it's actually really pretty and elegant looking. So if you don't believe me, look at the video here. I don't know, I like it. And then it was half off too. So I only paid like $3 for it. But I got that, and the best find is outside. So let's go look at that. I love this so much. So I'm actually going to sand this down. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I can get it down without like damaging because I'm pretty sure this is just like a veneer finish. My plan is to sand it down just enough to get to the natural wood, and then stain it like a light color so it'll be like a pop of light, and then keep all this original. It's in excellent condition. There's like no scratches on it anywhere except for right here, which I feel like I can buff those out and, you know, fix them with some stain. The drawer is in excellent condition. This is the Bassett brand, and it does have the dovetail drawers. Dovetail. I don't know why I said tail. Y'all know what I'm saying though. I love whenever furniture is built like this. They don't make furniture like this anymore, so when you find a good piece, oh my gosh, it's a must-have. And I love the detail here on the side. I love the legs. I think it's just stunning. It just needs a little work. So we're going to sand down the top.
Run away. You say you wanted to. You wanna go back.
Sanding this table was quite the process. It took me quite some time. I didn't realize how much sanding it would take, but I got it done, and it was a lot of sanding by hand, which was a little challenging. My hands are just like not built for this, so that was a little tough, but I powered through and got it done. And then I did just seal it using polyacrylic in semi-gloss. This brings out like a lot of the rich tones in the wood, so I didn't even have to stain it. It just turned out beautiful as is. Now, after I got it completed, I could not find a spot to put it. Oh my gosh, you guys. I thought for sure this was going to be perfect in the new addition, but it did not fit in the office. It's just a little bit too bulky and big, and that was such a bummer because I love it so much. I actually thought about cutting the legs down and making it into like a smaller coffee table and adding some glass to the top. I don't know, but I love how it looks in here as a plant stand, so at least I'll get some use out of it for a little bit. I then decided to go ahead and tidy up a little bit. I needed to vacuum. We are having a ton of dirt, leaves, and stuff coming in the house from, like, you know, our oak tree up front is obviously losing a ton of leaves, so it's just constant right here by the front door. So I have to vacuum daily, and this was the second time I vacuumed today, and I still filled up the vacuum. Oh, and the dogs are losing their winter coat, so that's been very challenging dealing with all the dog hair. It only happens for like about a month, and then it kind of gets better, but anyway, got the floor vacuum, so I feel a lot better. So I know it's a little dark. I have the lights turned off. I'm on my walk. I'm almost to my 3 miles. I wanted to do like a little rundown on tonight, so I did finish at the end table. I ended up putting it in the living room as like a plant stand for now because I don't have nowhere else to put it. I tried it over here, but it's just too bulky. And you know what's crazy is like sometimes when I'm out in the stores, things don't look that big until I bring them home and I try to put them in my small spaces. Then I'm like, oh, this ain't gonna work. So for now, I just have it where the old plant stand was in the living room with my monstera. What is it called?
monstera plant. I really like having the greenery in there, and it looks so beautiful with like, and it's thriving in front of that window for some reason. I guess the morning light is really helping it. But anyway, that's where I ended up putting it for now. And yeah, I made dinner. I made some fried chicken, and it turned out terrible. It wasn't homemade. It was the Banquet, like, box fried chicken, and I remember eating that when I was little, and it was so freaking good, and we've had it before, but it tasted so bad. It tasted fake. Like, I mean, I love some fake fried chicken, I guess, from, like, well, it's not fake, but I like KFC or Popeye's fried chicken. This tasted like not real. And so we ended up just grabbing something quick because Dylan is still not feeling well. At this point, it's too late. I'm like, oh great. So now I'm just lost my diet. It's fine. It's fine. I'll just keep going. And that's why, oopsie. That's why I'm walking. Speed walking, trying to burn off this cheeseburger, which I didn't eat the whole thing. And it was kind of raw, so who knows. Yeah, baby. Yeah, I do. I'll get it for you in just a moment, okay? Okay, there's one in your bed or in your closet. Anyway, I'm gonna finish up my workout, get a shower, chill. Dylan and I have been watching like all the old seasons of Love is Blind, and I'm really into the season I'm in now. I can't remember the city that they're at, but this one is pretty good. We were watching. Oh, you know what? No, is today? I think it's Wednesday. I think a new episode comes out on the new Love is Blind on Wednesday. So, I was watching Tell Me Lies, but I finished it. What did y'all think of the ending, by the way? If you watched Tell Me Lies after I told y'all about it, or like if you've been watching it, what did y'all think about the season final, or finale, whatever it is? I cannot believe that Bree is the one who shared the video. I can't believe it. Sorry if I just spoiled it for you. But, I couldn't believe it. But I mean, I think she's allowed because poor girl's been through a lot. Her and Wrigley, I can't talk today. Her and Wrigley, I thought for sure we're going to end up together. And apparently they have been. Oh, anyway, that's the whole thing. If you watched it, let me know your thoughts. I liked it. I just didn't really care for the very, very ending. I was really hoping that I actually, huh? Okay, I'll get it, baby. You made something for me?
Is it one of these two?
No, baby. Look how cute.
I made an entire slideshow. There's a whole bunch of pictures.
So cute. It says,
the most important thing and mom is my mom. She is the best. If I was with her, I would laugh, smile, dance, and feel loved.
oh, I love you so much. Oh, y'all are making cookies? Yeah. Just what I need. Anyway, I'm going to finish my workout and then chill. And I might include a little bit more footage tomorrow because I feel like this vlog might not be long enough. Sometimes that happens. Like, I'll think I'll have enough footage and then I go to, like, edit and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, 15 minutes? I feel like I've been filming all day. But some things, like, end up getting cut out. Like, if I feel like it's not, like, I don't know, quality content. Like this. Sometimes, like, these types of clips, I film a lot, and then I end up cutting them because I'm like, nobody wants to see me talking in the dark about random stuff. So, yeah, I'll save it for tomorrow. Hey, y'all. So, I want to talk about this video here, and kind of just, like, my thoughts about why I decided to take a step back from all social media platforms except for YouTube. I'm not going anywhere. This is my home. This is where I feel comfortable and safe sharing with you guys and posting. I genuinely feel so confident here. And I think a lot of that has to do with the community that we've built over the past 7 years. So that is huge for me. But I want to talk about why I needed a break from other platforms and kind of like what led up to this. I'm a huge believer in signs. And there are some crazy things that happened yesterday that led to this decision, and I want to share them with you. So grab a snack, grab a drink, and let's dive in. Okay, So yesterday I decided to go thrifting. I'm like, I'm going to film a thrift with me video for YouTube. Now this was kind of like an afterthought because yesterday's video was supposed to be a get it all done Monday's vlog, but Dylan was sick. I couldn't be loud, so I decided to go thrifting, switch it up a bit. And life happens, and that's just life. So I get to the thrift store. I'm filming for YouTube at first. And then as I'm shopping, I had this content idea for short form content. So now not only am I filming for YouTube, now I'm focusing on short form content. And now I can't focus on either in particular. I'm focused on both at the same time, and it's too much. So I'm like walking around filming a little bit like this and filming some like this. And I find this table. I'm drawn to it. I'm like, oh my gosh, this table is stunning. I had a vision for it immediately. I look at the price. It says $35, which I thought was like not too high, but kind of high for what it was. And I was like, should I ask them if they'll lower the price? I saw them running around. They were super busy. So I was like, no, I'm just going to buy it. But I continued shopping for a little bit because I wasn't ready. I couldn't pick up this table. It's kind of awkward and I'm kind of short, and putting it into the cart was like not a question because I didn't want to scratch it up. So I just left it there, continue to shop. I finished shopping and I walk up to the register and I'm like, hey, I'm going to go ahead and buy that table over there for $35. And she says to me, wow, you're a really fast decision maker. And I was like, that was odd because I'm not. And I thought it was weird. She's like, you got in and out pretty quick or something along those lines. And I was thinking, I've been here for like ever, it feels like. What is she talking about? But it just, that was weird because I know I'm not a fast decision maker and I know it takes me forever to do anything. So I just thought it was weird that she said that. But it was also really sweet. So I was like, oh, and then I buy the table for $35. I leave, I get excited, I get into the truck, I'm like, yes, this will be a great video. I then go to the next store and I end up shopping there for a while. Guess how much I spent? I get to the register. Now, what are the chances out of all the things that I got, the things that I ended up putting back, because I do have like that panic moment. Like when I get to the register, I start sticking things back on the shelves because I'm like, I spent too much money. What are the chances that it's exactly $35 at this store as well? Exactly $35. And as soon as she said it, I was like, whoa, that's so odd. I was like, how weird is that? I just left this thrift store and spent $35, and now I'm at this thrift store and I just spent $35. What are the chances? She's like, yeah, it's so odd. And like, we're kind of chatting and giggling or whatever. And I was like, maybe it's my lucky number. And then I leave there and I thought to myself, this was so interesting. Like, talk about it in the vlog. I don't look into it any more than that. I just talked about it, drove home, all this stuff, and I kept thinking of all the content I'm gonna film. I get home and I spend the rest of my time standing down this table, staining it. The kids get home from school. I continue working on it. I'm filming it. Now I have to edit the video. I spent way too much time on my phone. The kids are running around playing, wanting to do fun things, and I'm like, hold on, baby, I'm gonna finish this up real quick. Basically, I was spending way too much time focused on my content. YouTube is already a lot to film and edit for and to work on. And then you add all these other little extras. It can take a toll. It can take a lot of time away from everybody. And I've known that for some time. I've been working on it, but not enough. So, like I said, I've had this thought to like take a step back. Well, this last night, I prayed about it and I was thinking a lot about it, and I kept thinking to myself, like, maybe I just need to make a post, like I just need to take a little break away or something. So I started editing the video to say goodbye for a little bit. I didn't want to just leave everybody just cold turkey, just be like, see you later. And I don't like to do that because I feel like it makes people worry, and I don't ever want anyone to worry that does genuinely care. So I was like, I'll make a post. Well, it got too late. I decided not to. This morning I woke up and it was heavy on my heart and started to think and second guess myself. Like, maybe I sound very, like, this is the thoughts I'm having. Like, maybe I sound ungrateful because I need to take a step back. And maybe it's just overall that I'm overwhelmed, that I'm not able to keep up with everything. And I'm human, and that is okay. And it's okay to want things to perform well, too, as a content creator. But I think it's okay also that you say, like, hey, I can't do it all. And, well, for some reason, the numbers popped in my head from yesterday. And I was like, you know what? I never looked it up to see what that meant. And I was like, maybe it's like in the Bible or something, and maybe I can find something. I don't know. So I get on my phone and I search 3535. And this is what it says. I'm gonna read it to you because I think this is just absolutely crazy, because it just fits like exactly where I'm at right now with my life. And it says, angel number 3535 is a powerful sign from the universe urging you to embrace significant positive life changes and trust your intuition. It signifies a period of personal evolution, encouraging you to break free of old routines, take a risk, and pursue your true passions with confidence, knowing that the angels are guiding you. And when I read that, and then I also looked up at the time, and the time said 8:35, I about lost it. I was like, another 35? I'm getting another little sign. Like, I don't know. And like I said, I'm just one of those people that believe in that. And, if you continue reading, if you want to look it up yourself, you can read a lot about it. It fits. It fits so well. It also, right here, it says personal growth and freedom, encourages you to live authentically and to stop playing small. It's a sign to align your actions with your true self. I have a really hard time taking all this, all this that I like to chat and get it fun and engaging and putting it into a short form content. And maybe I'll figure it out and I'll figure out a way to incorporate it eventually. But right now it just feels right to pause and to focus on what really matters. And I think that the 35, seeing this morning, that being my sign, I posted the video and I've just felt so much peace. I can't even begin to tell you how amazing it makes me feel. So that's kind of where I'm at right now with that. I'm excited to put more time and effort to this platform, exclusively right now, and really connect with you guys and do better here. Thank you all so much for your love and support and being here all these years and growing with me and changing with me. I hope that I will make it back to those other platforms eventually when the time is right and when I feel good inside peacefully. But right now, this is just like the best decision for me and my family, and I'm definitely gonna own that. And so, yeah, I'm excited to have more time to focus on YouTube content and like long form content. And I think that this will be really great for us. So, yeah. Anyway, one thing I did want to add about this whole like social media break is that I'm not only taking a break from posting content, I'm also trying to take a break from consuming it as well. I am so bad about the habit of doom scrolling, mindless scrolling, whatever you want to call it, where like anytime I have like a little break, I'm like, oh, let me hop on and see what everybody else is doing, and then scroll. So I'm trying to get out of that habit and find other things that are interesting to me that I can do. I really want to get a garden going, so it's something I have like to focus on outside of when I do film for YouTube. I'm trying to find like little hobbies. I want to paint again. I'm going to try to incorporate that. My sister-in-law and I were talking about journaling as well. I think that's something I can do. If y'all have any ideas, let me know. I'm trying really hard. I'm just trying to get back to like a good mental and physical state. But there's only so much cleaning you can do to stay busy. I mean, the house is pretty decent, but I do have like 10 minutes. So I'm going to clean, or I'm going to clean. See what I'm saying? You can't just clean all the time. But I have 10 minutes, so I'm going to vacuum the floors before I have to go grab the kid. I'm spending the day in the kitchen, and I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to be making some meal prep for the rest of this week to keep it super easy for myself, to just like throw food in the oven or in the lunchbox and call it a day. So I ended up getting stuff to make sausage burritos. I'm also going to make ham and cheese sandwiches, pizza bagel bites, and pizza rolls. So I'm making all of it so that way it's a little healthier instead of buying it pre-made. So we'll see, but I got sausage going here right now. And once this is done cooking, I do add peppers and onions, and then I will scramble some eggs, and I'll show you guys my breakfast burritos. Are super easy. And then, yeah, we'll meal prep the rest of it together.
While the eggs are cooking, I'm making the sandwiches really quick. I made one with just ham and one with turkey and ham and cheese. And then a little hack, if you're making these ahead of time, put the mayonnaise and mustard in between the meat and the lettuce. That way it doesn't make the bread soggy. Or like in between the meat if you can. It works every single time. And typically I wouldn't do this, but I wanted to make it as quick and grab and go as possible. A lot of times I just wouldn't add mayonnaise and mustard and I would just send packets off, but I don't have any packets. That's why I did it this way. And these were fine just making the 2 sandwiches for the 2 days. If I was going to prep them for a little bit longer, I would definitely not put mayonnaise and mustard and just add the packets into the bag. I did also wrap these up in the parchment paper before storing them into the bag. I feel like this helps keep the bread a little bit fresher just from experience. Next up, I'm going to be shredding some mozzarella cheese and some Colby Jack cheese. I'm going to be using them for different things. A lot of mozzarella for the pizza bites and the pizza bagels, and then the Colby Jack will be used for the sausage, egg, and cheese burritos. Now for the pizza bagel bites, I'm using the Rayo's homemade pizza sauce, and then I'm using the Sola brand of what are these called? Bagels, the everything bagel. These are actually really good. They do have a little bit of a different flavor, so just keep that in mind. If you'd prefer to just get a regular bagel, that's fine too. But I just added the sauce to the bagel, and then I'm going to top that with mozzarella cheese, a little bit of Parmesan cheese, and then some pepperoni. And then I'm going to bake those until they're crispy. Actually, I air fried them. I didn't bake them. I air fried them at 350 until they were just like golden brown. And then basically what I did with these is I just wrapped them up in parchment paper and then stored them into a quart-sized freezer bag. And then when I was ready to eat them, I popped them back in the air fryer until they were cooked through and a little bit more golden. I personally like my pizza to be like overcooked, but if you're someone who doesn't like that, I would recommend just storing them before you cook them and then cooking them, the day that you're ready to eat them. But I actually preferred cooking them a little bit because I felt like it held everything together. The cheese melted into the sauce and the bagel, and they held their shape. I actually just ate that for lunch, and I'll include a picture of what it looked like after I rebaked it. So good. Definitely recommend if you're trying to, get better, higher protein meals, but not crazy calories. This is a great option. I ended up eating 1.5. I am definitely a foodie, but I did not eat breakfast, so I was really hungry, which is why I ended up eating both of them when typically I would try to only eat the one. But anyway, moving on to the sausage burritos. I am going to add the sausage and the egg together, stir that up. That way it's a little easier to distribute onto my burritos. And then I'm just adding cheese. Now, typically I would add peppers and onions and cook those down with this, but I didn't have any. So I'm just kind of using what I have and making it work. I am using the carb balanced flour tortillas, and I didn't decide to get the burrito size. These just are so much easier to work with than the little ones, and I tend to want to eat like 4 of the little ones versus one of these feels like the volume is there. I'm a visual person, so although the calories are still better than having 2 of the little ones, I don't know. I like the idea that I'm eating more, I guess. So I added cheese and then the sausage and the egg, and I just wrap it up. I do cook these as well. Once they're wrapped up, I put them back in the same pan I cooked the eggs in just to kind of brown the outside. And then I will wrap these up in the parchment paper. I stored some in the freezer for the future, and then some of them I kept in the fridge so that way they were faster to heat up. Now, you can actually heat these up in the oven or on the stove or microwave. So there's multiple ways just depending on how you like to heat up your food. I try my best not to use the microwave, so I tend to put mine like on the stove and just reheat that way. But you can also pop these in the air fryer and get a little bit more of a crispy crust. So next up, I'm going to work on the hardest meal prep yet. This was homemade pizza rolls, and they were a little challenging. I didn't expect them to be this difficult. I thought they were super good. Just a little heads up, my son does not love them. My daughter has not tried them yet, so I will keep you updated. I think it's more so one of those things where it's something different, and my kids take time to get used to things, so I'm not giving up yet. I'm going to keep offering them until maybe they change their mind because I made quite a bit. So I ended up buying these egg roll wrappers that were already pre-made. I got them from Walmart. I'll probably leave a picture on the screen of what they're called. But I got these and I cut them into little squares, and then I'm going to add a little bit of pizza sauce, a little bit of pepperoni, and a little bit of mozzarella cheese. And some of them I added a little sprinkle of Parmesan just for added flavor, but I just added this little combination and then wrapped them up the best way I could. I tried a couple different methods. I did find that the first method was a little bit better than the second method. They seemed to get a little crispier. I like the way that they were shaped better. But if you do the roll up, just know they're softer. They don't get crispy. So on the left-hand side is the roll method. On the right-hand side is the fold method, is what I'm going to call it. I did add a little bit of butter and Italian seasoning, garlic, and onion powder to the top just for like a little added flavor. This was like so good. And then I put them in the air fryer at 350 for 5 minutes. 5 minutes only. They cooked so fast and they already had like a pretty golden look to them, and this is what they look like. But then at that point, I realized that I really liked the fold method the best, so I decided to make them in bulk, and this is where I messed up. Because these little egg roll wrappers, they actually dry up really quick. I didn't realize how fast they dried, so when I got to the end, they were not holding when I was folding them, so I would definitely work in smaller sections if you are going to try to make these. I'm telling you, they're super good. Super good. I truly believe that it's just that my kids are extremely picky. And it really sucks, and I'm working on it. But anyway, I got all these done, and the way that I store these is I do like 5 to 6 of them in each little pack. So I made like little individual packs, so it's easy to just pull one Ziploc bag out, put it in the air fryer, and that's a serving. So I did a couple of them on parchment paper, wrapped them up, and then slid them into a Ziploc freezer bag and stuck those in the freezer so they were individually wrapped. But super good. Definitely recommend trying these out. Okay, so here's all the stuff that I ended up prepping today. Well, obviously it's all like packaged up, but I ended up making 2 sandwiches, so that'll be at least 2 lunches. I made myself 2 pizza bagels that are high protein. I made sausage, egg, and cheese burritos for breakfast. I got 5 of these. 4 of them will be frozen and prepped for later. I'm actually going to eat this one now. And then I made 5 different servings of the pizza rolls, and they're really good. I'm actually proud of them. I don't think they look the best from like visually. I need to get better at wrapping them, but they're crispy, they're good, they taste amazing, and I think the kids will like them. So I'll keep y'all updated on that. But like I said, I got 5 servings out of the pizza rolls there. Sandwich, burritos. I'm gonna go ahead and package this stuff back up, and I'm gonna eat this burrito now. So I know it might not seem like I prepped a whole lot, but for me, this is a big deal because I'm not someone who does this that often, like plan ahead for breakfast, lunch, and stuff like that. And although I didn't prep a ton, this works for us just because we are people who kind of get bored eating the same things. I do not like to have the same thing more than twice. Like, it ain't happening. So I'm kind of mindful about what I'm prepping and how I prep it. Burritos I can eat all day, every day, but certain things like a pizza bagel, I'm not going to have that more than twice in a week. So I'm going to try to start sharing more prep videos with you guys and cooking and stuff like that. I am taking a huge step back from all my other content to make more time to do these types of things, and it felt great. It honestly felt so good. Today is actually going on the 3rd day that I decided to take a break from consuming content and posting short form videos. And when I tell you the amount of time that I have now to focus on other things is unreal. Like, I would typically catch myself scrolling and scrolling for sometimes hours. I would look at the clock and time would fly. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I have no time to do anything. It's because I didn't make time. So I'm making it a point to make time to do these things. And it feels good. It really does. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you and encourage you to do the same. If you need to take a break, take a break. It'll be really good for you too, I think. So yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for listening to all my rambling today, and I hope you enjoyed the thrift with me, just all of it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of today's video, what y'all have going on this weekend, and I will see all of you guys actually tomorrow with a new video.